My presentation will be about red algae or Rhydophyta. The red algae can be overview. The algae can be found in tropical fresh or polar waters, typically 210 or 200 to 260 meters below the ocean level. The Rhodophyta are named after their color, which is red, but most of them are red, but sometimes they can be blue or green. All the red algae are eukaryotics or multicellular. Like everything, these microbes have disadvantages and advantages. An example of the benefit is that algae is food for fish in water and it stops unwanted plants from growing. It is also very hard to take off if it's grown on a surface, but this is only the case if this is grown in aquariums. Red algae also has secrete calcium carbonate because this forms a limestone on the cell wall, as it also does not decay easily because of this. These plants reproduce both asexually and sexually, as the female organ has uninucleates region that function as the egg to which male gametes become attached. Their usual red or blue colors is the result of a masking of chlorophyll by phycobilin pigments. Advantages. The benefits of red algae are multiple. First and foremost, this can be used to make food advocates such as agar, as agar is also sometimes used around cans to protect the food inside. Red algae also helps in treating medical situations as it has many minerals, fibers, and vitamins in it. They also help maintain a low blood sugar level as it contains vitamin K and maintain a low cholesterol as red algae contains dietary fibers. It is also a rich source for calcium and antioxidants, which not only nourishes the skin but also is great for the immune system. Another benefit is that it, like I said earlier, it can be used for food to fish. The disadvantages are taking algae supplements of taking algae supplements that it might lead to overdose of iodine. One can also experience problem in the gastrointestinal tract like the esophagus, stomach, intestine, etc. Another great disadvantage of the red algae is the red tide or the red bloom. This happens when the algae starts growing out of control and the water turns red, hence called the red tide. When this happens, toxic gases and cells are released into the water, infecting the fish and the other plants. Some fishes are infected while the others are killed. If we eat these infected fishes, this might directly affect our health, as one can also say, indirectly poisoning us. The red tide also drains the oxygen level out of the surroundings, making it difficult to breathe or causing someone to choke. This this happens. This is a thing that happens worldwide, but most important factors to this are the warm temperatures of the sea level, and the low salinity. This may also have a direct impact on the consumer based on their allergies. So, for example, if they're allergic to something present in the red algae, they might have an allergic reaction. And because so many chemicals are released into the environment because of the red tide, it's hard to breathe as well. How science uses red algae. This cell wall of algae can be used to make agar. Two important things obtained from red algae are agar and carrageenan. Both are polymers of galactose. Red algae can also be used as food, example liver or dulse. Since algae are loaded with fiber, vitamins, and minerals, scientists extract these materials from these to use them to make medication or supplements for other issues or diseases. Researchers are from such as diabetes. Researchers from around the world think that this represents that red algae represents the greatest source of vitamins in the world. Another medical Another medical help provided by algae is that it stimulates the immune interferon, a protein that protects the body against the virus's proliferations. And most of all, for it is used for the UTI treatments. This is when people take low doses of antibiotics for a long time, and also problems like asthma. The factors were used in this problem. The factors that were used is economic, because of red algae, a lot of medical problems are solved, and this impacts many groups of people who are patients. Like I said earlier, it affects the medical industry, as a lot of antibiotics and a lot of medications can be created by these, but it also has a few side effects. So scientists also need to come up with medications to prevent those. It treats problems like asthma and UTI treatments, and it like I said earlier, it affects small groups of people who are patients, or even some doctors, and it even affected the researchers who think that this is the best source of vitamin on our planet. But and the like during the disadvantages, for example, the red tide, it may affect a large group of people who live next to the area and are affected by the toxics released by the sea, or who eat the fish and are directly affected by this, and keep poisoning themselves. Last but not least is the bibliography I used. I used 6 different sites and some videos included. Thank you very much.